So Aari McDonald made an immediate impact with the Indiana Fever. So much so, many Fever fans are going to be clamoring to keep her around. She played tough. She played 27 minutes on top of that, right? Like they needed every bit of it because this is a team that is bereft of ball handlers and point guard play. So on this hardship deal, she comes in and immediately plays a bulk of the game, drawing some fouls, filling out the stat sheet all around. She didn't shoot the ball particularly well, but she made her impact felt on the floor. Of course, that came along with other players on the team as well, where you had Lexi Hull, who continues to shine. I mean, Lexi Hull has just been terrific this season. She is shooting the ball at an unbelievable clip. Talk about drawing fouls, talk about energy, talk about plus minus not being a deceiving stat. That is the case with Lexi Hull, who's plus 19 in this game, and it feels completely accurate, right? I mean, she's shooting 57% from three on the season going in, 52% from the field. I believe that's going in as well, but regardless, you get the point. Shooting the ball well. Then you get Kelsey Mitchell breaking out of her slump a little bit, making some big plays down the stretch. Also, something that Kelsey Mitchell did late in that game, she got hit by McDonald with a pass. She moved without the ball. And Kelsey's the kind of player you can give her the ball and let her cook, clear out, but also it's going to make her tough to guard when she is able to be active without the ball in her hands. So that was a good sign, I think, for the Fever's offense and some of that motion offense that Stephanie White is trying to instill. Because you could say, whatever you want about the coach, but she was dealing with a bit of a personnel problem when Clark goes down and then Colson goes down. And then obviously Cunningham goes down to the point where even without Clark, they didn't really have much of a capable backup. And then the backup goes down. By the way, shout out to Sydney Colson, who actually played well in this game. Really banged up, taking it on the chin for the Fever. That's another thing that McDonald did well also, is put her body on the line. She doesn't have a guaranteed spot, so you got to give her respect for that. But like I was saying, Kelsey Mitchell with 24 points. They got some solid minutes from Dantas. Bonner struggled after getting off the snide recently. Her and Natasha Howard sort of split the minutes. One thing to watch is that Brianna Turner only played 2 minutes, and Michaela Timpson didn't play at all. So we should put a pin in that one because those are two players who are quasi-redundant, and neither is playing right now. And this is a team that needs a guard, obviously, so much that they had to pick one up on a hardship deal. We'll see how all the things shake out because, of course, as of now, McDonald is only around until the reinforcements come back. But here's what was said about Aari after the game by the Fever coach, Stephanie White, with a shout out in the post-game press conference right here.
Aari, hell of a job. You came in, you impacted the ball game, you settled us down, you were aggressive, your defense set the tone. Hell of a job.
So I think accurate comments from Coach Stephanie White right there. And this is, a Mystics team that they're facing that's not an easy out. McDonald took one on the chin from Brittany Sykes in the game. Kiki Eryan continues to shine for Washington. 20 points, 9 boards. She looks so much better in the pros than she did in college at USC. It's wild to me to see the leap because I wasn't that impressed with her at USC. I don't know if that was the coaching from Gottlieb or playing off of Juju, but even when Juju went down, I didn't see it. She just really has thrived at the WNBA level. She's been a complete beast so far. But for all the flowers and roses to go around, and specifically, Kelsey Mitchell getting out of the slump, Lexi Hull for what she's done. Of course, the story of the game was McDonald considering the situation. Here's what she had to say after the game. Scott Agnes with the video here from the scrum afterwards.
It felt good tonight to finally get back and just the team, the players, and just the fans, support staff. They all were very welcoming and make sure, I had everything to be successful tonight. And man, the shout out for the win. I mean, when your number's called, you got to be ready to deliver. And I felt like I did just that. But obviously I'm not satisfied, but grateful we got the win though.
Can you walk us through your preparation? Steph highlighted a lot where you're watching film on the flight and then getting together with AK, and then I think Bree as well.
OMG. Oh, it was a lot. That part made me anxious, just coming in, not knowing the system, not really playing with the players. But yeah, it was a lot of film sessions by myself, just rewatching stuff, and a lot of film with AK, just asking questions. I feel like a lot of people don't ask enough questions. So just being a sponge like these last couple of days, and I think that's helped me tonight.
What specifically were you trying to watch on the film? Like the flow or player tendencies or plays?
Plays,
Okay.
player tendencies, where my teammates like the ball, and just, paying attention to the scout, being a pro, just paying attention to the little details.
Yeah, Steph talks a lot about like 0.5-second basketball. Just how does that fit in with the pace you like to play and just the style you like playing?
Yeah, just my style of play, just playing fast. When I was home watching games, Indiana was one of the teams I watched. I'm like, okay, I can kind of see myself, playing. But great system, and I'm happy that they made me comfortable enough to play my game. So it felt amazing and just exciting.
You hear the term all the time, like be a pro and stay ready, but I would imagine it's easier said than done. So as a competitor, what are you doing to kind of just stay ready, and what's that challenge to just challenge yourself in those moments?
But for me, these past couple weeks been tough. So I just been working out, just staying ready for my number is called, and just honestly just being grounded, and just not just basketball stuff, but just little things like meditating, just making sure like staying myself, never getting too high, getting too low, because anything can happen.
What have these last 48, 72 hours been like to go from not with the team to playing almost 30 minutes tonight?
It's been crazy, but I mean, I'm confident in the work I put in, the preparation these past couple of weeks. I mean, I know what I can do. And just the team made me feel comfortable, and they know what I can do as well. So, just taking that and just applying it to the court, it made me feel better. And just no pressure at all tonight. Just going out there and playing my game.
Where does that hunger, fight, whatever you want to call it, come from to just scrap for something when you don't know what's next? Like if someone tells you, okay, you're going to get this opportunity guaranteed, but nothing's guaranteed. So how do you approach that?
Survival mode. I'm in survival mode right now. I got to eat,
I mean, what a great outlook. Seems like such a pleasant individual. And this is an audition for her, right? Like not just for the Fever, but perhaps for other teams as well. But Fever fans are going to be fiending for more of McDonald after that performance. But I think some things are starting to come together for Indiana. And obviously, they got the big reserve coming in whenever Caitlin Clark is ready to play. That just changes the dynamics of everything immediately. It seems like Sophie Cunningham's injury wasn't as bad as we may have thought. Not to mention, all the statistics show that the Fever are better than their record. That only counts for what I just said rather than anything in the standings. But nonetheless, I do get the sense, and through this game, that the Fever are starting to figure things out. And it's still really early. So all that stuff we were talking about before the season started can be a reality by the playoffs.